Real quick. Oh shit. Quit that shit. Let me see. Okay, so nobody's watching it. It's all good. Ah, fuck. Okay, time to get started. Alright, so there's nobody in this stream yet. I don't know if anybody's gonna show up. There's football going on. Just trying to decide if I want to go. Well, I was waiting for my coffee. I don't know if I should go active because I can switch from teams on offline. It's a lot easier to do some management from that perspective. If you try to switch, like I can create an extra owner, I should say, for myself, and that's a little bit easier. Oh, gotta. But yeah. Can you hear me okay? I know somebody just joined. He came and went. Damn. Be like that. Regardless, we're just going to use the active roster. Downloaded the roster that we use for our league.
Team you want to start your franchise with?
Who should I do this on? Let me just do a quick little poll. Let me see. Bro. Team should I focus on? And I'll probably be switching from, just so you'll understand, I'll switch from this to show what the team looks like in here compared to what it looks like in Bro. Now don't think this is the way, like, okay, this is what you should have done, like or that you fucked up completely. It's not to be like that at all. Let me see. Sorry for all the ads. If Dougie joins, I'll probably do the Jags. If Dougie joins. Nobody's even watching. Oh, there's one watching. So I can't see the comments. I don't know why. Oh, I got 4 people watching. Hell yeah, this is cool. Todd, if you're watching, it's teaching you how to manage your cap space. Or manage your roster in a way. Don't panic buy. I already said I'm going to be switching from this one and the Bro League to show you what the differences are. So just let me know. Colts said Colts. I want to do Colts, but yeah, okay, yeah, let's do Colts. And I can just switch in here if needed. So we're coach, custom coach, league settings, all pro, blah blah blah. I don't think there's anything specific that we need. I could turn off pre-existing injury. it's gonna be a little bit weird, but I think we'll get it going. All right, tutorial pop-ups, fill roster. Let's get started. Okay, so Colts was a funny one, right? That's our I like to call him our swiper, our new swiper. I gotta move the camera. No, I don't. Okay, so Colts is our new swiper, and by that I mean it took him a while to get acclimated to the way we play. It's not a knock on him. A lot of people haven't played our style. It's a very niche style of gameplay, so it's like no switch. Like no switch is, I doubt we'd even be full right now if we were doing no switch. But let's go ahead and check out the roster. This is the roster you started off with in the beginning of the season. Let me go to the salaries page. Sorry, it's a little slow, guys. Matt Ryan, right? That's the biggest headache on this team. And there's a chance that he doesn't even retire, right? So I don't know if he retired in Burrow. Go ahead and answer that for me if you guys know. Did he retire? I think he did because he's 38 and he had a decent season, but it wasn't a great season. Yeah, so he retired. Cool. Nick Foles is there, right? Backup, decent backup. You can never, it's different for Madden because Madden QBs want to make too much. But it's $6 million 2 years for a backup. That's not bad, right? So if you can get a decent backup around the 68, 69 range, that's perfect. I think like Tyler Heineke's like $3 million right now. He's a little expensive, but you put some emphasis on getting a good backup quarterback just in case you get suspension or you want to sit your guy for too many picks. Yeah, just keeping up with that. Got a solid roster here. We're trying to coach Big K up. Like he got rid of Hines, but he kept Jonathan Taylor. Okay, go ahead. Where he did do some weird stuff was with Michael Pittman, right? You could tell he's a different kind of user, right? Focusing on the speed cheese, you know what I'm saying? That's what we call it. He went out and got DJ Moore. He drafted somebody that was a high speed. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna sim the regular season or sim to mid season, see how the team's looking. And then I'll use that time to go check out his team right now, and we can do a little bit of comparisons. And once again, this is not to say like, oh yeah, you fucked up. Nah, it's just strictly like, I guess it's more of a what I would have done, but it's more so like everyone can, take some tips from this. Don't sign someone that's, 27 years old, 72 overall to like a $4 million deal, $4 million a year deal. So let's say it was $12 million. That's a lot of cap space. I got Cody Barton and Tanner Muse. I re-signed both of them. I think I'm paying maybe like $2 million for both. So this is gonna drag a little bit. I'm sorry. 2 guys just left, but fuck them. Hopefully everybody watches. Don't need the draft class. Don't need we can upgrade players. Quitty pay. So if we look at our players ready to negotiate, we're going to see Quentin Nelson, bag right there, automatic, re-sign him. That's the guy. Give him super friendly. Get him right there. Oh, I got a trophy. Yannick Ngakoue, that's one we can wait on depending on where you want to build the team. Bobby Okereke, that's one where it's just, I think he's a pretty fast linebacker. Yeah, so that's one where you might want to, keep him there. But for sure, Quentin Nelson, you lock him up in the middle of the season. It doesn't matter. He's not going to lose his dev. He's not going to, go down a significant overall overnight. I think he's like 28, 29. That's somebody you sign right away. But this is just the starting off. This is what it looks like. This is some guys that you got to re-sign. And what I meant earlier, like, look at this. I think didn't really have anybody. Dennis Kelly. All right, $1 million. He wants $4 million. He's a 71 overall. I'm not doing that. Definitely not doing that. Kickers are do at your own discretion. They make a lot of money, but kickers and punters are also able to sign for 7 years. So, and of course, at the top it shows you how much cap you're expected to have for next year. So, $33 million. That's what we're looking at. And then now we're just gonna sim. Yeah, look, he's 1-6 right now. Send to the playoffs. Our Colts user did a little bit better. I think he did make the playoffs, but he lost in the first round. Real tough. Hate to see it. Sim into the playoffs. Oh man, simming just takes so long. But let's see what we got. Doing the Colts, right? So, do y'all have any questions for me? If y'all are still in here, nobody's watching. Didn't make playoffs. $22 million in available cap. That's gonna roll over. We'll just upgrade all these guys. I think. Advance to sim to off season. Probably should have done this before I started the stream. Just send this straight to the off season, but it is what it is. And the reason why I'm doing this, I had a couple of questions. Like I talked to Todd via text, like every other day, if not every day, and he's like cap strapped moving forward. So he's gonna have it's gonna be kind of tough. That's why I tell him to keep on focusing on keeping Stafford superstar. Not saying like stat pad, but be smart with him. Keep Stafford at a certain level where he can be competitive at least through that first contract season. After the first, it's really bad on that one. So, what sucks about these rosters though is that it doesn't account for. You'll get a player it's on the decline, right? A player that's going to regress. They'll be low, and then they're going to be making a lot of money. Kind of like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan did not retire, so for the sake of this video, I'll keep him. We'll keep him. Advance to next week. We'll see. I might cheat it a little bit. Oh, maybe this was it. Did he retire? Let's see. Colts. Oh, Matt Ryan did retire. Okay. Oh, I sent to the wrong thing. All right, players ready to negotiate. Got 74 mil in cap. You can see right here, Yannick Ngakoue wants to come back. Something Kelly. Dennis Kelly wants to come back. He's 33 years old. I don't know if we're gonna, drop the bag on that. Might right here because linebackers are actually pretty good. He's got Shaquille Leonard, as he likes to go by now. So 7 mil right here. He got the offer he wanted. Yannick Ngakoue, I haven't really looked at this team. I think he got Kwity Paye in him. I think the other guy. So looking at this roster, Nick Foles can go. You got Sam Ellinger there. So we can release Nick Foles. You got Jonathan Taylor. You got Nyheim Hines. I wouldn't have gotten rid of Nyheim Hines. I would have mixed them up a little bit. You traded Michael Pittman. He's a big wide receiver. But it is what it is. Mo Alley Cox, Jelani Woods, Quentin Nelson getting the bag. Need a new tackle. Ryan Kelly's solid. Will Fries is bad. Braden Smith is okay. He's good. Tyquan Lewis is there. Can't really get rid of Tyquan Lewis. I don't. Oh yeah. So Kwity Paye's there. Get rid of Yannick Ngakoue. Don't re-sign him. DeForest Buckner's there. If you could find somebody to trade for him, you'd fetch a bag and a half. Get some picks. Man, it's kind of tough. That one's tough because it's linebackers or defensive tackles are dime a dozen depending on how you run your team. But it also helps somebody that can rush the passer. Stephon Gilmore, that's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. Kenny Moore, keep him, right? And Isaiah Rodgers. Just Julian Blackman. Yeah, see, this is another one. So he's got 71 mil after re-signing, after Matt Ryan retired and re-signing Quentin Nelson. Advance into this. Now looking at this team, he really just needed he needed a right tackle, and that's the only position I'd go after in this. Not a right tackle, like another. You needed a left tackle. There's nobody there. I wouldn't even think about spending money in any of these positions. Maybe Nate Davis, but Nate Davis doesn't want to join you. Will Hernandez be okay, good little stopgap. If you wanted to. Other than that, man, the team's like kind of built to win. Like, so if you could have gotten one of these cornerbacks, I would spend the money on a cornerback. Can't go wrong with having enough cornerbacks. You're like, you need a punter and a kicker and a QB. I wouldn't spend any money. I would draft a QB. Man, it's kind of hard, right? Wide receiver, maybe Odell, if you really want to go that route. I wouldn't waste any money. Like, I wouldn't waste any draft capital trying to get people. But yeah, you had 71 mil. I don't want to make any moves on that. But let's go check out the team in the Bro franchise. team salaries. I don't know who you got to resign right now. But going to the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, 8 years remaining. Okay, whatever. 17 mil. Oof. Oof. Damn. That's a lot. Ugh, man. That's tough right there. But I could see why you want to trade DeForest Buckner, but that's going to put a hole in your offense. You got Tua Tagovailoa. He's going to be making $22 million next year, so unless he has an outstanding season, like you went all in, which I get, but he didn't build properly. Like here, signing this 21-year-old EJ Smith. Oh, is he a rookie? Yeah. Use that. Yeah, you could have used that 2-year contract. I mean, it's still not too late. Reggie Gillum. I mean, okay, you're spending money on a fullback. Now, this is one of those top tier guys. You can get this guy in free agency in the regular season. DJ Moore, he's your best wide receiver. You got these speedy guys right here, down here. So you got to develop them. You have to develop these two guys right here, or else it's not even worth it. Paris Campbell, okay. Yeah, I mean, you could have let him walk. And that's another thing that was upsetting about Tesla. He didn't really have a plan. So have a plan for what you're going to do in the offseason. Once you get to that re-sign phase, which route are you going to take? I don't think you have the minimum required. Oof, you ratting on yourself, dog. Like signing this guy, $5 million. Why sign this guy? You know what I'm saying? You'll draft a rookie. This is $5 million, right? That you could save. Remember that cap rolls over into the next season. Keep Brian Kelly. You might need to sign an extra lineman, man, to be at the minimum required. Okay, you got Kwity Paye here. You re-signed Yannick Ngakoue, which is okay. It's not bad. It's not the end of the world that you re-signed him, but you had Kwity Paye there, and I think you had another guy there, and then you could draft an edge in the draft. DeForest Buckner. See, your stuff is all out of whack. Let's see. Like, it's not bad, but one of these guys gets hurt, you're screwed. And I would say get a third DT, just so it doesn't throw everything out of whack and put all your guys inside. Denzel Perryman, okay. You got Zaire Franklin there. I would rather be starting Zaire Franklin. You've got it held down over here. Are you running a 3-4? What are you running? I don't know what you're running. What are you? Kind of weird. Yeah, so you're running the 4-3. Yeah, you got a weird setup. I'm like not knocking you. Like I would put Bobby whatever his name is. I would move him to the left side. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I mean it'd be more efficient. You know, you got Nick Cross, you need another safety there. You gotta, yeah. See, man, you gotta fill out this roster properly. It's not a bad. Trent Simpson. He's fine right there. Trent Simpson. I don't get the. Like, did you sign Kyle Van Noy in the offseason? Did you sign him in free agency? Yeah, that was a. I mean, he's on a 1 year deal, right? So it's gonna disappear. Whatever. Looking at your 1 year deals, you should have some cap flowing in. What are you gonna do with Kenny Moore? Is the question. I would keep Kenny Moore over Stephon Gilmore just because of the age. Stephon Gilmore doesn't keep his superstar. You know, does that make sense? I mean, let him walk. If he's superstar, remember you get those extra points, right? So that's what we're trying to push. Yeah, don't franchise tag him. Don't franchise tag him. But if you keep Kenny Moore, or if both of these guys walk, man, you can buff up Isaiah Rodgers if. Yeah, Kenny Moore's he's got 1 year remaining. Yeah, don't franchise tag your cornerback because he's a slot cornerback. So you're gonna be overpaying, and the franchise tag is $20 million for that. He's an 82. If he was a 90, I'd say go for it, right? But that's not the move. Stephon Gilmore, though, if he walks. If you were just to re-sign Kenny Moore, he'll probably ask for something similar, maybe around like $10 million. That's a lot better than paying, $20 million for a slot guy at that. Yeah, he could probably play outside, but keep that in mind. Don't franchise tag either of these guys. Don't franchise tag either of them. Try to re-sign Kenny Moore. If Stephon Gilmore keeps a superstar, or if he doesn't regress below an 80, let him walk. Superstar, you'll get, I think it's 3 points, a 3-point upgrade, and then you've got Isaiah Rodgers there. You know what I'm like? You be smart with it. I mean, you can use it on Kenny Moore, or Isaiah Rodgers. Now, the thing to remember about that though is if you Grove Stewart and Isaiah Moore before. Gilmore. Okay, like that's fine. But yeah, so if you let Kenny Moore walk and Stephon Gilmore walk, that's like a 5-point upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? Okay, yeah, do your thing then, man. I'm not gonna tell you what to do on that. So just hope that Gilmore keeps superstar because you'll get that the compensation pick upgrade, which with superstar I think is like 3 points, and with Kenny Moore I think is 1 point. So you could use that towards Isaiah Rodgers, and Isaiah Rodgers will go up like maybe 3 overall, But remember, you cannot re-sign somebody that's a higher overall than Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah. So if you sign it, so once we upgrade him, it's kind of like a gamble, right? Because if you sign somebody that's higher overall and you don't know what he's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You could sign a 78 or 77, which would be fine, a 77 overall corner. But if you sign, an 80 overall cornerback, he won't get that upgrade. So keep that in mind. So that's all I'm saying. It might be worth it to keep Kenny Moore, let Gilmore walk, and then use that upgrade on Isaiah Rodgers, which will still bring him up 3 overall if he keeps the superstar. But just hit me up when that time comes because I'll help you look at it. Keep on developing Nick Cross. like I said, you got a lot of guys on 1 year deals. Denzel Perryman, these guys are going to be gone. Walk. Sam Ellinger, keep him. Now, savings versus bonus. The one guy he traded for, and the other one, well, the Colts traded for. Don't get rid of Darius Leonard. Don't get rid of any of it. I wouldn't get rid of any of the O linemen. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, man. That's really hard. Yeah, I mean you'll get the picks for sure. Man, that's just really tough though, because you're gonna put another gap in your defense. Does that make sense? Like he's got an ability. I would personally see what you look like at the re-sign period, and then just hit me up. I'll help you out, and I'll look at see what we got. You feel me? Other than that, I mean, you're okay. It's I think the trade. I think you trading for DJ Moore was a mistake. He's star dev, and you gave up the bag for him, bro. So and he's gonna get paid $20 million. Just look at some other teams. Any questions you got for me? If you're still here, you got any questions? What's up, man? I'm here to help. He's getting stats, but we're losing. I mean, if you get him, I'm not promoting stat padding, but if you get him above 1,000, and he's like 10 touchdowns or more, he should get a dev back. So he might be worth keeping. Just hate to see you lose him or have to cut him because you don't have enough cap space, right? But we'll look at that. Well, just hit me up when we do that. But whatever you do, don't. Okay, so the next guy is Jets guy. Tay. Love Tay. Tay's awesome. But where has he been spending his money? Okay, Ty Johnson. He spent some money here. It's just not worth it. These are the kind of signings where I'm saying, like, if you're trying to save cap, you can just sign a guy for 1 year and get the same production as Ty Johnson. Wide receiver, I think you sign. Don't sign a guy like Braxton Berrios to $8 million a year, $5 million a year. Look at that. Like, that's an ugly contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sign guys like that. It's not worth it for a Braxton Berrios. So you could have saved that money. Oh man, that's ugly. So like he's spending money, like he's filling out the roster, but he's spending money on Corey Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like he can. I think at the end of the season he'll be able to cut him. I'm from what this looks like. I would cut him. I would cut Corey Davis. I wouldn't. Him and Braxton Berrios if I could. Like, why spend money on these guys? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, why spend money on Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios, where you got Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore? I don't know. Did he trade for Robbie Anderson or he signed him? Like, that's bad. This isn't like. See, he's a 2K guy, so like. I think he sees it like that. But in the NFL, you got 53 spots to fill out. Like CJ Uzoma, whatever. He might be able to cut him. I don't know. It's a 1 million savings with a 11 mil, 12 million cap penalty, pretty much. Like, oh shit. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Kids just showed up. And then you have Laken Tomlinson. This is another guy where he can probably cut. He's got weird contracts, dude. Nick Martin's okay. He's got this guy right here, Zach Zinter. That's where you. So, like, if you draft two of these guys, like you got Elijah Vera Tucker and Zach Zinter, you're moving one guy over to the left side. Screw overall. Quit looking at overall. You want a guy that you could develop, right? So, best case scenario at the end of the season, this guy's a 70. Now, Tay's not the greatest user, or he's not the best user. But you can still develop your players if you focus train. Titus Howard right here, look, 5, 5, 5, 5. When you're spending for a 5 overall difference, you know what I'm saying? You get the same production out of these dudes. Got Jermaine Johnson. I think these guys were already on the team. Quinnen Williams, John Franklin Myers. It's okay. I think he's running a 3-4 now. Or 4-3. What is he running? Yeah, he's running a 4-3. Nolan Smith. That's fine right there. Drafted some decent guys. I would probably move DeMarvion Overshown over so he can get the reps. He's a rookie, right? 70 overall. He's better than his next guy. Garrett Bradbury. This one was kind of weird. 83 overall for a 30 overall corner, or a 30-year-old corner for 83 overall, making $15 million. That should be a 1-year deal. But this is another one that only has 1 safety, 3 safeties. Jordan Whitehead, 6 years. Ugly ass deals, man. That's bad. So what ultimately happens is these guys mismanage these teams, and they'll quit or they'll start begging for a restart because they didn't manage their teams properly, and then they'll restart and then do it again. But other than that, like, I'm not gonna knock him, but this guy right here, Saints user, beloved Saints user. Why? Eric McCoy, okay. Alright, that was what he got IRL, but he's got to pretty much just let everyone walk to... It's not really a bad team, but he has to be smart with his cap. Of course, everyone does. It's a win now team, and he's not really winning now. So these are some of the players he can probably move on from. He's got to move on from Matthew. Just hit the restart button, man, and start all over. But thank you for listening. I'll do another one of these pretty soon.